Okay. Okay. So, good evening, everybody. Good afternoon. It's almost evening. It's 4:50 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, August 25th, 2024. Drinking coffee. So, Chad Xavier Harris here, recording live from ATLGA USA on National Highway, aka Dirty Nat, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nat is always dirty. So, I haven't made a video in like a week or a few weeks or something. I've been in the lab studying and stuff. I left the Discord. I came back to the Discord just now. So I'm in my screenshots folder. So I'm just going to show you my screenshots real quickly. Let's put this brightness up. I'm going to show you my screenshots real quick to walk you through everything. Then I'll go to the live websites and stuff. Okay, you're looking at a demo account on Trade Locker FSWay, Trade Locker platform, FSWay brokerage for American brokers, American traders. The the strategy I'm about to explain to you, I've been testing it the last few days, and then the market closed Friday, so I had to test it with crypto. So I was just testing it with crypto. I spent all last week trying to figure out because when I first started trading in June of 2018, 6 years ago, I started off using Tradingview, and then about a year later, I found investing.com, and I started using investing.com, and that's when my results got like so much better. I was able to really read investing.com a lot easier than I could read TradingView. I was doing well with TradingView, but I was trying to figure out what the WV was and stuff, like the WV or the volume weighted average or the weighted volume average, like something like that, and the whole average, like HULL. I was trying to figure out what those indicators meant and stuff. And then eventually I found investing.com, and I found that a lot easier to read because it had like all the moving averages inside of boxes. TradingView has all the moving averages, but not in boxes, but it would be the same thing. So what I noticed was I um, I was just able to read investing.com a lot easier. So when I did that, I started to produce ROI of 1,000%, like 100x my money and stuff. So then, I called Holly the man, Isaiah. His trader name is Hollywood Trades. So I called him. He wasn't trading currency anymore. He was like just doing stock options. So I got him back involved in foreign currency. Then this nigga had me on MetaTrader using indicators, coming out with algos for years, just to realize like they're not as efficient as the algo I already had on investing.com. So finally started to realize that. Sadly, it took years, and then that's where I'm at now. To where I'm like, all right, I deleted MetaTrader off my phone. I'm not using any of those indicators or algorithms, equations I made up anymore. They're not stable. So I'm gonna go back to just figuring out the algorithm for investing.com. So I just spent all last week really trying to figure out how to read investing.com. So what I'm doing with investing.com is that, all right, this is my live account right here, one of my live accounts that I'm gonna trade NASDAQ in. The way I'm gonna do it is every every $10 I have in there, I'm gonna do one trade on NASDAQ minis. FX way lets you do the mini index pairs. So every $10 I have, I'm gonna do minis. So I have like 29 in this account, and I'm going to do a 0.03 buy on NASDAQ all night, right? Okay, so here's the strategy. I'm about to explain it now, right? Okay, so TRX that's Tron. This is the most recent picture I took of the price. I got into the buy at 0.15, 800 to 900, right? Like over 800 on the maybe first one, and then when it got back close to the 800 or under there, I went in again. So I got in under 0.16. Boom, woke up today, checked it. It said 0.16, 500, pretty much, right? Okay, boom. I did 10 buys, so 0.10 buys on the Tron. It cost me 25 cents per trade. So, boom, I did that. I had like $6 in that account. Boom, checked it. Recently, it doubled to like almost $10 profit. So, the 6 will always be doubled to 12. And then I had like 10 extra dollars I was putting into another account. I accidentally put it into that account. So, I took it out though and put it back into just one other account. So, I have $30 in another account for NASDAQ. So here's the strategy real quickly. Okay, we're probably looking at the 5-hour chart. This is the 5-hour chart on investing.com. What I've been trying to do is like the indicator I've always been looking at on investing.com has been the stochastic RSI. So I was just trying to figure out what chart stochastic RSI was in control of the wave. The answer is the 5-hour wave. It's the 5-hour chart that's in control of the wave. Any trade you're going to make, you have to make it based on what the 5-hour chart is doing, because those are the 5-hour candles that are coming out. So the indicator I'm using is the stochastic RSI. So I've been trying to figure out, how do you time the stochastic RSI? The stochastic RSI is a hybrid indicator made up between the RSI, which is the first one. You can't see it because there's a picture of the video I was watching, Paige Becker's, right? So the RSI is the first indicator, and the second one is the stochastic, and then the third one is the hybrid of the RSI and the stochastic, called the stochastic RSI. So that's the main indicator you're using, right? So the way the stochastic RSI works is that it's going to go from 0 oversold to 100 overbought. And I've been trying to figure out, how do you time the stochastic RSI? How do you time it? That's been like the main riddle. The first riddle was, what indicator is in charge on the chart that's in charge? So those are two riddles. What chart is in charge and what indicator is in charge of that chart? It's the 5-hour chart for the first riddle, and it's the 5-hour stochastic RSI for the second riddle. Now the third riddle will be, what indicator is going to time the 5-hour stochastic RSI? If the 5-hour chart runs the wave and the 5-hour stochastic RSI runs the 5-hour chart. If those two are correct, then how do you time the 5-hour stochastic RSI? Now, riddle number 3. Boom. The answer is going to be your hourly ROC. This is your hourly chart right now for Tron. The ROC is the rate of change. Holly introduced me to the rate of change years ago when he first started trading again, and he was like just basically watching me trade and helping me with my trades before he started trading Forex again himself. He was always talking about the ROC, the rate of change. I'm not trying to place a trade until the ROC changes. I'm not switching until the ROC changes. If the rate of change doesn't switch. Now, what time frame he was mentioning, I can't really remember. I'm not sure. So what I'm rolling with now, based on the test, is the hourly ROC. So the hourly ROC is your 5-hour stochastic RSI. That's the move right there. That's the whole strategy. Your 5-hour stochastic RSI is moving based on your hourly ROC. Now, the hourly RSI could change in between the 5-hour stochastic RSI going between 0 oversold and 100 overbought. So you don't take that signal. That's just like getting ready for a continuation in that same direction. So at that point, it's more like the Matrix, where you have to follow the white rabbit, with the white rabbit being the 5-hour stochastic RSI. So you have to watch it until you see it at 0 oversold. Once you see it at 0 oversold, you go to your hourly RSC and you wait for that to turn green, positive buy. Then you buy it until the 5-hour stochastic RSI says 100 overbought. Once it says 100 overbought, then you're going to go back to your hourly RSC, and you're going to wait for the hourly RSC to go red. And then you're going to sell it when it goes red until the 5-hour stochastic RSI says 0 oversold. By that time, you have figured out what the pattern is and how you just bounce back and forth between those. So that's basically a strategy. So let's go through these pictures real quickly. Tron price recently, some more money I was throwing on the account. Shout out to Shaw Walker, Monty, one of my investors, helped me out. Boom. That was 10 right there. Then my brother, Quentin Harris, sent me $10. Thank you, Q. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, I put that in there. Q sent me that. Boom, boom. Now, these are the notes I was typing up to somebody, and I just took a picture of it. So that's everything I told you. So if the 5-hour stochastic RSI isn't 100 overbought or 0 oversold, you still have room to follow the hourly ROC. Does what I said sound possibly logical? That's where I've been, bro, working on how to read investing.com like I used to before Holly introduced me to MetaTrader indicators and stole my investing.com method. LOL. Based on that, platinum is still a serious buy. I think the 5-hour stochastic RSI is 70 green. It should be a better spotter for you now. I tested it on silver. That shit was epic. I'm going to use it with NASDAQ tomorrow. If you're trading a pre-existing ROC signal, go light and moderately. But when it changes, nigga, you go heavy. What are you doing? Never give up on me. That's one of my investors, Etsy, like my main investor. Like the one that drives me the most money or whatever. So if you look at the 5-hour stochastic RSI, you'll notice it's 44 red and the ROC is red as well. But the hourly ROC is green. The hourly ROC pushed the whole hourly chart green, and that pushed the 5-hour stochastic RSI green almost, and that would push the 5-hour ROC green again. I'll say it in one sentence now. Hourly ROC is 5-hour stochastic RSI. So the hourly ROC is the ultimate signal. Keep that in mind next week. I'll keep my eye on it. for you with platinum, and I'll at least let you know when I notice RSI change of character. Then I send the platinum futures chart. Damn. Can't read the first part of that. So here's what I've been doing. Write this down, or remember it, or take a picture of these notes, please. When I first got Holly back in the forehead 6 years ago, and he was helping me, he would always mention the RSI, the rate of change. That was his main entry. He always said, I'm not budgeting into the RSI budgets. Now I can't remember what time frame he was referring to anymore, but it's most likely the hourly is the most reliable. So here's what I've noticed. The MACD would be the last indicator to switch colors, so the hourly RSI would push every indicator that color, and then the MACD last. Then the RSI switches again, and that's your switch. That's the super simple version, right? If you want an extra confluence, here's what I'm watching now. The hourly RSI is the 5-hour stochastic RSI I always talk about. Yeah, I deleted MetaTrader. I'm not using those indicators anymore. I went back to using Investopedia and figuring out how to read the hourly chart instead. Here's what I have now. Hopefully it helps you. I'll do it for platinum since you're trading that at the moment. Then I'll send them a bunch of platinum pictures. Normally I use the platinum futures chart, but I'll check that one next. I was always talking about 12 moving averages, but maybe it's about the technical indicators instead. They will all go one color every time, more so than the 12 moving averages on higher time frames. So here's what I've been doing. Write this down. Yeah, those messages were in reverse because I'm scrolling backwards from the last picture I took to the most present. So this is the platinum XPT USD chart right here. I'll say that's the 5-hour because I did mention that the stochastic RSI was 70. It was a buy. So it has to keep buying until it's at 100 overbought, and then you will go back to the hourly RSI and you will wait for that to go red. And then you see right here the 5-hour RSI is negative, right? So that means that it was already negative because the hourly RSI went negative after the 5-hour stochastic RSI was 100 overbought. That dragged it down already to 0 oversold. Stochastic RSI 5-hour. Then the hourly RSI went green already. That's why the stochastic RSI went from 0 oversold all the way to 72 buy. It's just the 5-hour RSI hasn't registered that yet. So it's really, it's the hourly RSI is going to push all the technical indicators green or red, and then the MACD will be last. And then by that time, the stochastic RSI on the 5-hour would be going in that direction. So your hourly RSI is your 5-hour stochastic RSI. Boom, platinum. This is the regular platinum chart though, because the platinum futures chart, you would have saw it in the other picture. It said PL. That's the futures chart, and you could tell because there would be a date right here. There would be a date right there. So this is the 5-hour right here, strong buy summary. And this is going to be your hourly ROC for platinum. So you see the hourly ROC is green, the MACD is green, all the indicators are green already. Stochastic RSI overbought, so that means we have to now wait for this stochastic RSI 5-hour to be 100 overbought. Once that's at 100 overbought, we go back to the hourly ROC and we wait for it to go red. Then all of these technical indicators are going to go red, and then they're going to go red until the MACD finally goes red. And then by the time the MACD goes red, we can go back to the 5-hour stochastic RSI, and that should be at 0 oversold at some point. Then we would go back to our hourly RSI and wait for that to turn back green. And that would be for platinum. And I can get back to trading platinum as well. So I might catch a platinum sell eventually on one of my live accounts. I'll just be all week setting up other accounts to trade a few other pairs, like platinum instead of silver. I'll just do platinum. That would be the only other pair I do. I do the NASDAQ, I do the platinum, I do the Tron. So let's get through these pictures real quickly. Okay, boom, here we are. This is where the trade started at when I did a 0.05 buy. Then it went like negative 80 cents. By that time, I re-upped on the buys with another 0.05. And that's what was up. So I started off with that right there. We doubled that already. And then Tron, this is about the time I got in. It was like right under 16 pennies and stuff. Hourly summary buy. Boom. I'm not sure what chart this would be. Possibly hourly as well. That's why I take pictures of this to show what time frame it was. So most likely that's the buy on the hourly stochastic RSI. It's not showing the RSI though. And then this was the demo trade that I did or whatnot. 2,500 on the demo. I think I showed at the beginning. The first picture was a demo trade. Picture I just took of 18K, made that. That's what I went. So this was like $10. Somebody had sent me that. James sent me $10 Saturday morning. That's when I got into the buy. I was trying to get into the buy Friday night, but he didn't send it until Saturday morning. So Saturday morning, woke up 6 a.m. He sent it. Boom, put that on the buy, and 36 hours later, doubled that or whatever. So let's go through it. So shout out to James Osborne. Appreciate that. Jimmy Osborne, right? Okay, boom. This is the chart of Tron at the beginning. Boom. At the beginning when I got into the buys. This is the demo, what it was looking like at the beginning. I got into the buys and stuff. These are the trades I'm going to be doing on Tron, the 0.50s and the one lots. And once I put in one lots on crypto, my broker FSWay will be paying me like $10 per one lot. And in bonus, I have like 430 bonus points accrued up. But the stuff I trade, most times, they don't give you a bonus for it. So you have to trade what they want you to trade. And I know crypto's in there, so I just do the crypto and do the Tron, and I can get the one lots in there faster. And I start doing the 20 lot, 0.20s and the 0.50s, and I can accrue one lots faster every day. And then they'll just be throwing me $10 a day, and I can withdraw that, but I'll just be using it to reinvest it back into other accounts for other pairs or Tron. I probably just keep using all the bonus money. I do half and half. Like every time I do a bonus, like I won a lot on Tron and I get a bonus, I throw that into an account for more Tron, and then the next bonus, I throw that into an account for NASDAQ or whatever, so I can be building up. Um, uh, yeah. I'm gonna say that was my best friend. So I'm gonna say she's my trading partner. I'm trading with her. So yeah. All right. So this is the price I got into Tron at or whatever, a little bit under here. Boom, boom. Okay. I'm a big fan of the WNBA now because there's just so much excitement around it. You know, they just got like the greatest rookie classes all time now. So it's that time. It's just that time. You know, 2020 is 2024. The 2020s, that's when, you know, like because, you know, Kobe started off 25 years ago kind of thing. So 20 years ago, 25 years ago. So all of the women basketball players, they were raised on Kobe and Michael Jordan and every player that came after that. So they're starting to embody those characteristics of skill level. So now just the skill level of the women sports player, basketball players that grew up watching Kobe, like you can see Paige Beckers is like the most Kobe player. You know, you can see Kobe and Haley Van Lith. Shout out Haley Van Lith. She's what got me into WNBA. I didn't even know about Caitlin Clark. I found out about everybody else because of Haley Van Lith. It was like I seen her play on YouTube, and I was like, hold up, she played like Kobe. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, she played like Kobe. Then kind of find out, oh, she trained with Kobe. I'm like, oh, it made sense. Oh God, this is nuts, right? So I started watching it, and then it was like, okay, she's playing against Caitlin Clark. Everybody keeps talking about Caitlin Clark. Who the hell is Caitlin Clark? And I'm like, oh damn. Well, I still like Haley Van Lith, but damn, Clark is fired. So let me watch her too. Boom. Then you find out about Cameron Breen. Oh, she's fired. Oh, she's Steph Curry's god sister. Oh, okay. So she you know what I'm saying? She got it. Okay. And then you find out about Andrew Reese. Like she's, you know, like the arch rival of Caitlin Clark. Like, oh, okay, she's that guy. She's the bad guy, right? Oh, okay, Andrew Reese is the bad guy, right? She's the anti-hero or whatever, right? So and then after that, I found out about Paige Beckers a little bit afterwards. And I'm like, oh, okay. Paige Beckers kind of injured and she chose not to go into the draft, but she's like the number one and she would have been like Caitlin Clark's biggest competition. She's like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, she's UConn. I know about UConn because of Gianna Bryant. She always said she wanted to go to UConn, rest in peace, right? And she would have been close to going to UConn in a few years. And and it would have been a wrap. And she would have been playing against Caitlin Clark and Paige Beckers and everything. So I looked up the draft order for next year. It's the Los Angeles Sparks. Paige Beckers is the #1 draft because she would have been in the top 3 with Clark, but she didn't go, so she's automatically #1 in the next time, and Haley Van Lith should be like right under her, like you know what I'm saying. Her and Haley should be #1 and #2. So boom, the Los Angeles Sparks, they picked the #3 draft. They had the #3 draft pick, and they picked Cameron Brink. Right, it went Clark, Reese, and Brink because Beckers and Haley Van Lith didn't even go in there, so it altered the order a little bit more to those 3 being the top 3. Boom. Okay, so Los Angeles already knew, like, okay, we're gonna pick, some new rookies for this new draft on the #3 pick. Next thing you know, shout out to Stalin, my G, right? So next thing you know, Paige Beckers will be going in the draft next year, and she's gonna be most likely #1 pick. So whoever has the #1 pick, they're most likely gonna pick her. There would be no reason why they wouldn't do that, especially they got injuries, Cameron Brink and Caitlin Clark out of the way. So I'm recording. Please don't say anything crazy. No, it's cool. Just don't say anything crazy. I'm recording. I'm filming. What is this? Just tell me what it is before you put it in my mouth. Pause. It tastes really good. I'm just making a video. What? I want to say tuna. I taste onions.
Okay, great. Let's make the chickpeas. It works.
Is it fake tuna?
Chickpeas.
Yeah, my mom's been like changing her diet, so she's been like turning other food into other food. It's crazy. Like she'll make mushrooms that taste like chicken and fish, and I'm like, yo, what the hell? Like that's just some alchemy stuff. And then she just gave me some food I would think was tuna and onions. That's what it looked like. A potato salad or something like that. She talking about it's chickpeas. I'm like, yo, like I don't know how to feel about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. Like that's really innovative stuff. Uh, so I'm trying to learn from her. She had to change her whole diet. So okay, so the WNBA has the #1 draft pick. Boom, boom. They're gonna pick Paige Beckers. They would be stupid not to, and they're going to because they already picked Cameron Brink last time with the #3. So if you got #1 this time, you're gonna pick him. Pick the #1 pick. They done got Clark, Reese, and Brinks out of the way. Now it's just Van Lith if she goes next year and Beckers, and then I don't know any of the other players that weren't seniors last year anyway, so I have to learn about who are all the senior players this year, study them all. I'm a huge WNBA fan now, just because the skill level is up there now. I don't want to watch sweaty dudes. I'd rather watch pretty women play sports anyway. And if they have the skill level that's like on par with the guys, and that's even better. I'm not even gonna watch NBA anymore. I'm just that's annoying. Like I'll study the NBA legends, but as far as the current season, I don't watch current seasons of sports. I just watch the documentaries of the great players through history and this and that. But as far as me watching, the games and staying in touch with the whole season, oh yeah, I'll definitely do that for the women because I'm attracted to women. So I'd rather watch women play sports. You just want the skill level to be fire, and they got the skill level super fire now. Like it's like mass produced now. It's not just 1 or 2, 3 players. It's like it's a whole team's worth of just these women now are just like awesome, and they're all raised on Kobe and a little bit of MJ and LeBron and Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, just whoever they grew up on, and they talk about Kyrie Irving and things like that. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm gonna start recording. I'm gonna stop recording so I don't record too long. Let's go through these pictures. All right, Tron. This is about the time I got in. 1585. Boom. I don't know what chart this would be. Looking at the RSC though, so it was most likely gonna have to be the hourly RSC because I don't even think the 5-hour RSC was green yet on Tron anyway. So boom. Yeah, see there you go. That would be the 5-hour RSC. It was still a bit red. And you see the stochastic RSI was like oversold and stuff. So boom. That's when I had like read up. So this would have been the RSC. I don't know what chart this is. It says neutral, so I'm not sure what it even it might be the hourly. Let's look hourly yeah, most likely that. Yeah, this is the price I would have got in at. I was looking at the 30-minute, wasn't sure. It's probably the 30-minute chart as well. That's why I always take a picture of the time frame so I know that's most likely the chart. So boom, 30-minute. I'm sure the RSC went red, and I didn't sell it. I already knew what it was. I was like, nah, the hourly RSC is still green, and even if that goes red, the 5 hours stochastic RSI didn't hit 100 overbought yet. So You gotta hold that. You know, that's the Judas swing. I already saw it coming. Like, yeah, that's the Judas swing. Let me get up out of there. Boom, boom. And then I was just researching the rate of change. So I'm going to keep researching it just to keep it in my brain. That's the only thing we're doing. So when the RSI hovers around zero, consolidated market. When the RSI hovers around zero, it indicates a consolidated market. Traders should watch the overall price trend in these cases, as the RSI will only confirm consolidation. Uptrend. A rising RSI above zero usually indicates an uptrend. If the RSI is positive and rising, buying pressure is increasing. If the RSI is positive but falling, buying pressure is decreasing and the price rise is slowing down. Downtrend. A falling RSI below zero usually indicates a downtrend. If the RSI is negative, it implies selling pressure, which results in a price decrease. The more negative the RSI is, the stronger the selling pressure and the faster the price decline. Buy and sell signals. When the RSI crosses above zero, it's often considered a buy signal, and when it crosses below zero, it's often considered a sell signal. Because the RSI is prone to whipsaws, it's best used as a confirming indicator. That's why I use the stochastic RSI with the 5-hour stochastic RSI with the hourly RSI. Like, they go together until the stochastic RSI is 100 overbought or 0 oversold on the 5-hour. I'm not switching over from the hourly RSI. So I'm not going to take the hourly RSI switch until the 5-hour stochastic RSI is 100 overbought or 0 oversold. The rate of change RSI indicator is a momentum-based indicator. Is a momentum-based technical analysis tool measuring the percentage change in price over a defined period to help traders understand how quickly prices are changing. The indicator is set against a zero level midpoint with values above zero indicating bullish sentiment and values below zero indicating bearish sentiment. The RSI can help traders identify overbought and oversold conditions, divergences, and centerline crossovers. Here are some ways the RSI can be used in forex trading. I already read that. Boom, this is around the price I would have got in a Tron at the beginning, and then even the last one. Maybe a little bit above this one on the first one, and then definitely around this price on the second one. So 5-hour chart, strong buy. 5-hour RSI, red, stochastic RSI oversold. So I knew what that was doing. It was getting ready to buy up. Boom. What chart is this? Oh yeah, by this time this is some whole other stuff. So, oh god. Alright, I'm out of here. Thank you for watching.